If you're a terminally online Gen Zillennial, or have spent any amount of time on the internet in the last few years, you've probably heard it. Perhaps it was the booming and over-distorted bass, the neon aesthetic that is such an exaggerated version of Y2K that it's physically repulsing, vocals that were pitch-shifted to the point of irony. Maybe it was something you might have heard on TikTok, or maybe it was this.
Hey, you little piss baby, you think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute, they look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you, I could roast you, and then you'd love it. You text me I love you, and then I'd fucking ghost you.
Hyperpop's rise is being led mainly by queer and trans artists like Kim Petras, Eliotto, Osquin, aka Parker, and Laura Les from the duo you just saw, 100 Gex. Hyperpop has also seen a rise in mainstream dabbling from pop artists doing collaborative works like Lady Gaga and Madonna. Hyperpop, through its methods of production, queer representation, and mainstream collaborations, represents the queer voice in the future of pop music. Hyperpop, as a genre, has its roots in a low-tech, sort of DIY at-home production style.
It's also allowed artists in this space, who often make music in their homes with their own personal gear, to adapt easily to the world around them. In this Food House music video,
it doesn't need to be 3D or 2D.
That's Helvetica 72-point font at 100% scale, and I know that because it's the default text setting when you drop a custom text block into Final Cut Pro.
This isn't to diminish the skill and musicianship it takes to produce the tracks, but rather simply makes the genre more accessible for LGBTQ people, much in the same way that zines and comics are. Hyperpop also thrives in underground musical landscapes like SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, since its inception, we could argue, has been the forefront of new music trends that become ultra popular. It's an underground community cultivating fan bases on SoundCloud, but you have certain talented artists bursting out of it and on their way to mainstream stardom.
Hyperpop production also allows artists to push the boundaries of generic production and alter voice and presentation to work outside of gendered norms. Eliotto, Sophie, and Laura Les all use the pitch-shifting quality of hyperpop as a way to explore gender and present their voices in a manner that fits their trans identity. Hyperpop's leaders have been mainly queer artists, or artists that queer listeners have flocked to, like Charlie XCX, who has made the genre undefinable and ambiguous. Hyperpop has grown in popularity from its queer audience reception. Eliotto had a record he created in his bedroom go viral on TikTok, an app most popular with young people.
I had eaten a lot of sugar that day. I felt like crap. I ain't got no fucking cash. I didn't. I was considering having a bath because I felt like maybe it would make me feel better, and it totally did.
Hyperpop thus acts as a breakout text for queer representation in music, according to Andre Cavalcante's 3 characteristics of breaking into the cultural mainstream, breaking with historical paradigms, and breaking into the everyday lives of audiences they represent.
Hyperpop as a genre, it's regular pop music, but it's sort of making fun of pop music, and it's sped up, and it's fast, and it's crazy, and a lot of trans people are into it.
As the genre has grown in popularity, it has managed to seep into the mainstream music scene. Lady Gaga recently released a Chromatica remix album full of hyperpop collaborations with queer artists and queer influences. Sophie, often thought of as an originator of modern-day hyperpop, has written and produced songs for Madonna, Charlie XCX, Tove Lo, Kendrick Lamar, and has even had her music used in commercials, like an Adidas ad with Beyoncé. Because musical influences often cross genres, we should continue to see a rise in cross-genre collaborations with hyperpop artists and artists of different genres, like dance pop, house, EDM, and potentially even alternative rock. 100 Gex's latest single, Me Me Me, for example, draws heavily from the alt-rock genre. In a similar concept, hyperpop is also a zone of possibilities. Will it continue to morph into something totally different just a couple of years from now? Will it continue to thrive in the underground scene? Will it rise to full mainstream popularity on the backs of queer artists and collaborations? Would that even be the goal for the genre? The one thing we can be for sure of is that hyperpop will continue to be dominated by queer artists for the foreseeable future.